do it.
Awesome. Hey everybody, Tiffany here from Carol Local, and we are here to learn a little bit more about honor-bound veterans in anticipation of our $5 5K for them on July 7th. So why don't you tell me, who are you and what is your role in the organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Brian Eney, and I'm the Executive Director of Honor-Bound Veterans. Honor-Bound Veterans, our mission is to combat veteran isolation and suicide through providing events and opportunities for veterans to come out and engage with each other, build a support system, and hopefully a network of people.
Okay. And how did this organization get started?
We thought hard and long about how can we have an impact, a positive impact in this subset of the community. And we came up with the idea that if we can engage veterans, if we can get veterans out of their basement, figuratively, right?
Yeah.
That we can get them away from maybe alcohol or drugs that they're using, and we can provide them with a space where they can meet new people, other veterans, and maybe these veterans are having the same types of issues, and they can talk about it. They can support each other, and just having that communication, that network, we feel is going to make a big impact on these veterans. So our biggest and by far most popular event that we do is a Taco Tuesday, which we host every first Tuesday of the month at Tap House West End. We get together and just eat tacos and get to know each other.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of presenting or it's really informal. So we feel like that's probably one of the best ways that we can get vets together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really try to engage people in a funny way.
Yeah.
We figure bringing humor into it is a really good way to break the ice.
Yeah.
And so far it's worked really well.
Yeah.
Plus I like picking on the Marines. So
Yes. Yeah. So, are you a veteran as well?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I served in the U.S. Army. I was in the 75th Ranger Regiment from 2008 until the end of 2012.
Okay. As a veteran, can you tell me a little bit about your personal experience and how that sort of pushed you to create this organization?
Yeah, for sure. So when I left the military, and I know a lot of people have a very similar experience. It doesn't matter what branch or how long they served. Your identity has been being in the military. It's been the job that you serve as in the military, and that's done intentionally, right? Because it provides you a sense of pride in what you're doing. When you leave the military, you lose that identity, and so you have to deal with a loss. And for a lot of people, it's very hard to process that, and it's very hard to try and find purpose beyond what you had already done. For me personally, I got out of the military and I said, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to use the GI Bill, and I'm going to get a degree. And I took that route. And in doing that, I was still trying to find who I was after the military, and it was difficult. And so I spent too much time in my basement, literally, not just figuratively, where I was, maybe drinking or playing video games and not focused on who I really should become.
Yeah.
And that led me down a path where I was unhappy, and just thinking about that, and using that experience that I had, I want to try and help other people so that they don't have to go through that.
All right. Well, we are really excited. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about your organization with me and with our audience. We can't wait to have you guys out on July 7th. And it should be a good time for people to learn a little bit more about you and support the organization. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us, and we really feel very grateful that we were selected to be a part of the $5 5K.
Yeah,
so
you're
thank
welcome.
you again.
Yeah. All right, and we'll see you guys on July 7th in support of Honor-Bound Veterans. Bye.
Perfect. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.